Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2 here. Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2 here from the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup U18 Major here from the RBC Center in Dartmouth. Game number 2 about to get underway. You're listening to High Button Sports here. Sean Crocker with the call for this one. Team Nova Scotia taking on PEI. Newfoundland and Labrador broke the ice with a 4-1 win. They got outshot heavily, 57-11. But they found a way to break through when it mattered and found a way to punch their ticket to a big first win of the tournament. One's picked up here by PEI. Herring gets that one. That one's going to get flipped up. Here's Mossy. Plays that one back. Nova Scotia looking to chase it in. Works it back. Sanford chasing that one all the way down. Passes that one ahead. Works that one over the line. Takes a shot there. That one's going to be steered aside. It's collected. That one's going to come right back the other way. Skating. Here's Player. Walks it in over the line. Off the wall. Looking to kill off that first minute here, so 1 minute gone. Back up top. Here's Larkin. Plays it back across. Back for Larkin. Taking that one right back. Here's Driscoll. Sends that one down low. Picks that one up, and Nova Scotia re-racks in behind their net. Passes that one up. Driscoll sends that one down low. Swings that one back around. Picked up in PEI looking for the breakout. A turnover here. And chance there is it gets broken up. Jade Vickers sends that one down low. There's McInnes firing that one wide. That one's going to come all the way back down. No icing on the play. 2 minutes gone. Still awaiting our first stoppage, and a lot of wide open hockey here to get going. Comes away. There's McIntyre. Little backhand off the wall there. Picked up. Danny Ray McInnes. Turns that one over. Comes back the other way. Here's McIntyre. Fumbles that one, and that one's going to come all the way back in. Sanford. Along the wall, taking a fall there. No call on the play. Here's McCormick. Back over the line. McCormick takes a shot there, and that one's going to be stopped up and will be covered up. Face-off will be out to the left of Peyton Crozier. Aaron Stick on the ice. Return to the PEI bench. Sends that one right down low. Picked up by Mossy. Passes that one ahead. That one's going to be played up. Comes right back, trying to chip it ahead. Collected. That one's fired off the boards. Comes all the way back in. Back below the goal, getting pressed out along there. Passed ahead, Flora Gale McNeil. Comes right back, and Mossy will play it. The fleet-footed defender moves that one up. Over center now, over the blue line, Mossy. Trying to center that one. That one's out in front, trying to get a quick shot off there. Here's McPhee. Trying to center that one there. McPhee gets that one up to the blue line, takes it over, but that one's going to get taken right back here by Nova Scotia. Hallie Murray walks in, takes a shot, and that one's going to be steered aside as Abby Dingwell gets a shot off there. Here's Larkin, plays that one ahead. all the way down, and that one's going to be an icing charge here to PEI. 4 minutes in. A little bit of a different start in the last game. It was New Brunswick who led the way, 57 shots. But it was Katie Hurley coming up big, player of the game for Team Newfoundland, so they lock in that first win. Both these teams looking to punch a few points in the standings here. Right back, here's player, fires that one around. Right out in front, player, a backhand right on, stopped up by Feltham. Plays that one up, and that one's going to come up to the blue line and out. Playing that one ahead, sends that one all the way in, redirected. Collected here by Nova Scotia, looking to move that one up, finds the outlet. We'll skate that one in through the neutral ice here. Walks it in from the half wall, trying to work it on through, can't find a lane. Passing that one ahead and hits her on the stretch pass, a break for PEI. That's a great save by Feltham. Point blank on a breakaway. Golden opportunity for Prince Edward Island. Plays that back across. Here's Driscoll. Turns that one over. Cinch gets that one in and we'll fire that back around. There's McInnes. Plays it right back. McLean looking up ice. Finds her target. That's Driscoll. Takes it in and we'll fire that one right around. That's collected. McDougall. Swings it back around. That's going to be collected. Here's Reardon. Back down, McInnes plays it across. Picked up. Avery Cohen tries to pass that one ahead. Here's Sanford up to the line. That one comes back, Almond. Green will double back, and that one goes up the ice, and that one will go all the way down. Not enough for icing. Collected by Dingwell. Passes that one up to the line. Down low, and couldn't find the mark there. Back in behind the net. Stretch pass here for Herring. Gets a stick on that one. That's going to stem the tide and prevent the icing. Herring takes it in behind the net. Looking to swing that one back around, and that one's going to come all the way back up to the line here. Now here comes Lutley. Walks in, takes a shot. Taken away here by Nova Scotia. Back the other way. Here's Flora Gale McNeil trying to walk on through, and that one's going to get taken away by Lutley. Collected now, Dingwell. Passes that one up, and that's going to miss everything, and that'll go down the distance here, so that'll be an icing charge to PEI. Just a little under 8 minutes into this one. Face off out to the right of Crozier. McCormick fires that one wide. Kaylee McNeil. That one's passed right across, right on the tape. Walks in over the line, takes a shot. That one's going to be gobbled right up by Feltham. And Eleanor Feltham, a rock-solid regular season. An 11-3 record with 1.74 goals against, 943 save percentage. Looking to make an impact here at the Atlantic Challenge Cup. Plays that one up, McIntyre. Tries to work it in over the line. Dawson Smith gets that one up, and that one's going to be chipped right back. Here's McIntyre. Over the blue line, now over center, plays it across. Works it right back, taken away, opportunity, shoots, she scores! And Nova Scotia on the turnover, strikes first. And that's the icebreaker. Haley Rose McLean. She led the regular season with 39 goals and 57 points, and she's got one here to start the tournament out for Nova Scotia. It's 1-0 for the hosts. Plays that one back. Mossy swinging that one around. Picked up by Sanford. Trying to flip that one ahead. Chips it off the boards. McLean looking for another turnover here. But doubling back will be Mullen McIntyre. Passes that one ahead. That one's going to be out of play. Covered up. So 11:26 to go here in period number 1. Lots of action going on this weekend. So that one's passed ahead. Works it in over the blue line. We'll chip that one in deep, and they're going to give that one chase. Down in below the goal. Caitlin Herring. Back up top. Takes a shot. That one's blocked. Battling here, Avery McPhee. Ellie Eisner. That one's back up top, and that one's going to be taken away. Maya Larkin. Turns that one over there. That one comes back the other way. Here's Driscoll. Just out of the reach there as Mossy will play that one ahead. Rylan Gabriel. Play that one right back for McIntyre. Here's Lexi McIntyre. Passes it ahead for Driscoll. Doesn't get out over the line. So a battle at the blue line here. And PEI will ring that one around the boards. And that one will come right back around for Rachel Hartnell. Here's Hartnell skating it through. It's her up against 5 PEI skaters. Hartnell walks in, takes a shot. That one's going to be steered aside by Crozier. Taken down out of the play. Walks in, top of the circle, trying to bust on through to get a shot off there. But Dingwell will clear that one. That one's up the wall. Relieves a little bit of pressure. That one comes right back out, but fired right back in by Nova Scotia. Crozier in behind the net. We'll drop that one off for Larkin. Backhands it off the wall, and that's going to hit a skater. On the bench, so I don't think that'll be too many skaters. Nonetheless, an offensive zone faceoff here for Nova Scotia. Pouring on the pressure in the early going of this one. Midway through period number 1. Walks in, takes a shot there. That's a save by Crozier, then off the side of the net. A dangerous opportunity there. That one's played across. Picked up by Vickers. Off the boards. That one's passed ahead. Looking to dash on through is Hartnell. And that one's going to be stopped and covered. 9:25 to go in the first here. Walks in, top of the circle, takes a shot, sending that one wide. Mullen McIntyre passes that one up the boards. Little backhand up to the line, held in. Passes across, walks in, tries to get a shot off there. Claire Sanford turns that one over. Back the other way, Caitlin McInnes Gives it right back for Sanford. Skating that one in with numbers. Takes a shot, and McIntyre will block that one on the way through. Sanford taking her out. Back up to the line, firing that one wide. Oh, and puck almost hits the skater leaving the ice, and dangerous there for Nova Scotia. Swinging that one back around. Now here's PEI threatening. Tries to get that one back up to the line. Here's Mossy. Little backhand there. Flipping that one in. Drops it off. Tries to get it back. Lutley just out of her reach. Back the other way now. Here comes Sarah Allman. She's got numbers. Drops it off out in front, just out of the reach of Haley Rose McLean. Taking a shot there and tracking that one through is Crozier. As Gabriel just let a rocket go from the point. Glove down by Crozier and stopped up. Here's Gabriel, plays that one into the middle, walks in, takes a shot, tries to get one off there. Out in front, a backhand, loose in front. Crozier tries to hop on that one, still loose. Comes free, spinning, shooting, and that one hits a skate and goes wide. Now a penalty on the way. An interference call. That one's going to go against Emily Lutley. 2 minutes for interference. So already up by one. Team Nova Scotia has a chance to double down on that lead. Give themselves a bit of insurance here early on. Kicks that one to the point. Taking a shot there, down low. Backhand out in front. No one for it. Little backhand on the doorstep. Stopped by Crozier. Jaylee McKinnon passes across, takes a shot there, stopped, rebound in front. It's loose, and that one gets cleared away. Drops it down. Walks in, takes a shot. That one misses high. Plays across, top of the circle. Back up top, here's Sanford. Sanford across, here's McKinnon. Tries to work that one in. McKinnon takes it away. Back up top, Sanford. Takes a shot there, sending that one wide. Off the wall, back up for Sanford. 40 seconds left on that advantage here. Out in front, no one there for it, and will be picked up by PEI. Escorted out of the zone up to center, and they'll flip that one ahead. Fresh center penalty killers out there. 90 seconds gone. Here's Kearney. Gets that one stolen away, and that one's going to be sent down the distance. Back off the wall. Lexi McIntyre tries to throw that one ahead. Finds the tape of Hartnell. Skating that one over the blue line. Trying to bust on through. Collected here by Smith. Back up top, and that one's going to be blown down. That's going to be a too many skaters penalty. Not sure who's getting that one there. That one's going to be charged to PEI. So just as one penalty expires, they head right back to the kill. Nova Scotia got some good looks. Couldn't find the back of the net, but they'll get another chance here. 0 for 1 thus far. And Rings that one around, and that one's going to go all the way down. Lexi McIntyre in behind the net. Passes ahead here for Kearney. Kearney plays that one ahead. Up over the blue line, walks in. Can't find the lane to bust on through. Along the half wall, played across. McIntyre, shot. That one hits a skate and will pop right up. Comes right back, and now a foot race for it. And a shorthanded chance, just didn't have enough gas in the tank to get down ice. Here's McIntyre. Gets that one, will send that up. Robertson outlets that one off here for McLean. Haley Rose McLean takes that one into the corner. Looking to swing that one out in front. Out there, and that one's going to hit a skate and go wide. Back in below the goal. Sanford plays across. Throws it across there. Hits a skate and will pop out into the corner. Jaylee McKinnon drops it off. Back up top for Sanford. We'll play that one across. Kendall Dweron sends that one down low here for McLean. McLean walks in, takes a shot, sends that one wide. As Sanford takes it. Here's McKinnon, walks in, takes a shot. That one's going to hit a stick there, rebound, and that one comes free. Here's Sanford. Centers that one out in front. Can't quite get that one. Knocked down with a glove, but that one stays in. Here's Nova Scotia pressing. Sanford takes a shot there, stopped by Crozier, and that one gets steered away. Little backhand up into the neutral ice. Nova Scotia will get it back and reload. Sanford up for McKinnon. Here's Jaylee McKinnon out in front. Couldn't get a forehand on it there. Here's McNeil. Gets it poked off her stick. Back the other way. A stretch pass there. Couldn't get through a sea of sticks. And Vickers will settle that one down as time expires on the penalty. 0 for 2 thus far. McMillan tries to get a shot off there. Picked up by Lutley. Swinging that one back the other way. Less than 3 minutes to go here in period number 1. Danny Ray McInnes gets that one up, takes a shot, and that one's blocked. Passes ahead, and that one's going to go all the way down, and that'll go the distance for an icing here. So an offensive zone draw coming up for Team Nova Scotia. Shot 16-4 to start this one. They've been pouring on pressure, a lot of downhill pressure, winning a lot of 50-50 battles. And sometimes that's the key, is just getting possession in those opportune areas, and it feels like they've done a lot of that, especially in the neutral zone whenever they've had to, as Vickers will send that one down low out in front there as McNeil tried to center that one. That one's picked up back out to center. Collected, backhand passes that one up, and that one's off the boards, and that'll go all the way down. That'll be another icing, so another opportunity for Nova Scotia. Face off to the left. Swings that one off the boards. Back around, passes it ahead. Mossy knocks her target down, and that's a penalty coming up to PEI. They've been shorthanded twice already. And any momentum they might have built up gets negated there as Mossy's going to head off for interference. 2:03 to go here in period number 1. So this will take us right down to the line if Nova Scotia can't capitalize on this. 0 for 2 thus far. Trying to make the third time the charm. McIntyre back across there. That one's taken away. Skating it up. Here's Player. Falls down there and tried to hit her target there in stride. McIntyre plays that one across. Little backhand on there. up to the line, delayed offside, and that one's going to come out, and penalty killers won't have a chance to attack. Face-off will resume play just outside the line. Here's Sanford, dropping that one back. Getting that one through. Up to the line, and that one's out. Here's McLean. Passes ahead for McKinnon. Here's Jaylee McKinnon. Passes cross ice. Works it right back. Here's Sanford. Sanford passes up for McLean. Here's Eisner. Drops it back, top of the circle. Back up top, here's Sanford. Takes a shot, that one's blocked. And that one will get cleared. Down the distance to be played off by Feltham. Here's Sanford. He's getting that one through neutral ice. 45 seconds to go in the first. Top of the circle, walks in, takes a shot, she scores! From the top of the circle to the top of the net, top cheddar, and it's 2-0 Nova Scotia. And a shot from distance, but a shot through traffic. Kendall Dwaron makes it 2-0. Up over the left shoulder of Crozier, a power play goal. And they might have just bought some insurance heading into period number 2 as we approach the end of the first here, as McLean will play that one ahead. Over the line, pass across, takes a shot there, that's a blocker save, steered aside. That one's going to be taken away here by Herring. Chips it up the wall. Little backhand there. Pops up and hits someone in the bench. So 22 seconds left here in the first. Another offensive zone draw, and it's been all Nova Scotia. 18-4 are the shots. Plays that one ahead. Herring. Little backhand up there. Mossy gets that one, walks in, takes a shot, sends it wide. Back around. Up top, played across. Little backhand out in front there. A chance right at the buzzer, but didn't have enough time there. So end of the first period, 2-0 is a score for Team Nova Scotia heading in to period number 2 with some insurance. Shots are 18-4 in favor of the home team. We'll be right back for period number 2. You're listening to High Button Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 2 about to get underway here from the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. 80 of the best players coming from across Atlantic Canada and High Button Sports. The pleasure to bring you all the action here right from the RBC Centre here in Dartmouth. We are underway for period number 2, so it's 2-0 for Nova Scotia after piling on 18 shots in that first period. 18-4 is the shot count there. They'll look to add on to it here and build on that lead. Haley Rose McLean got the ball rolling, building on a league-leading season in points, 39 goals. Looking to set the stage for a big tournament as that one's sent wide. Back in, tries to center that one. That one comes right back out, and they'll have to go retrieve it. Well, backhand there, throwing that one up ice. Here's Mossy. Skating that one. Mossy, a stretch pass just out of the reach there. Cohen getting that one, and that one's down the ice, and Lutley was offside. So just under a minute in. That one's going to be just outside the line here. It was looking like that one might come all the way back. After a quick discussion, that one's going to stay just outside the line. Here's Fitzpatrick. Plays that one up, tries to walk it in. Back up top, Fitzpatrick tries to fire that one through. Skates it over center, flips it in over the blue line. Works it all the way down and tries to get that one out in front. And that one's going to come back the other way. Cross ice pass right in the skates here. Play is onside, trying to walk on through. Couldn't handle the puck there as McNeil will dump that one in. That one's going to be collected by Aylin Gabriel. That one's in behind the net. Fires that one off the boards. That one comes right back. Played ahead, fired right back in. Off the back wall. Collected by McIntyre. Skates that over center, no, over the blue line, drops it off. Fires it off the boards. That one comes up, and quick whistle as they hold the line, but it looks like that might be a penalty. Looked like they were signaling for too many skaters, and that looks like it will be the call. So it looks like it'll be a power play here for PEI. Their first advantage of the contest here. Face off just out to the left. One back here by PEI. Back up, works it into the corner. And comes right back. Here's Mossy. Walks in, trying to bust on through. Takes a shot, sending that one just wide. Trying to center that one across, out in front, and that one will get steered away. That one's going to come free. Picked up, takes a swipe at that one. That one's picked up and will get sent up to the line, but not out. Knocked down by Mossy. That one will get cleared down the distance here. Back in behind the net. Push that one back up top. Works it down low, looking for an outlet there, and that one will get sent down the distance once again. So nothing doing on this power play here for PEI. Skates that one over center, now over the blue line, trying to work it on through. Takes it back to the line, held in. Top of the zone, looking to work through. Nifty move, trying to get a shot off there. Couldn't. That one gets steered down into the corner. Time expires on the penalty. Not a single whistle there, as that one will get cleared down the ice. So Nova Scotia making quick work on the penalty kill as that one hits the referee. That one comes right to Nova Scotia, takes a shot there, and that one's going to be steered aside and gloved down by Crozier. The face-off will come out to her right. Back up top, McIntyre, that one's blocked. Trying to send that one back the other way, and that one's going to go down the distance here. Battle for it in here behind the net. Nova Scotia skating with it, passes that one ahead, over center, now over the blue line, walks in, takes a shot, steered aside by Crozier. Back up top. Gabriel tries to sift that one through. That's collected. Will be sent down the ice, and Gabriel will have to give that one chase all the way down, and that one will go for an icing. So 5.5 gone here in period number 2. An offensive zone draw once again for Nova Scotia, up to 20 shots. Takes a shot there, rebound in front, they score. A rebound right on the doorstep. And Nova Scotia makes it 3-0. A chance for Nova Scotia down the drain there. As they weren't able to stay on side, and that one sent right back down. Collected back in behind the net. Picked up, sent all the way down the ice. That'll go the distance here for an icing. 11:36 to go. Lots of action tomorrow. Each team playing twice. So 4 games on the docket. In between, make sure to get your packages for the Montreal Meltdown. 6 weeks of some of the best hockey. Of course, Atlantic Challenge Cup this weekend. Lots of fun action. Non-regular season stuff coming from High Button Sports. Change the game up a little bit. Walks in, passes on the doorstep, shoots Crozier, gets across, and gets a piece of it. Great save, keeps this one at 3-0. Top of the circle. Kendall Dwaron back up top. And that one will be blown down for a hand pass. With 11:01 to go here in the second. So that one will come all the way back. That's actually going to be a penalty here. That one's going to be charged to Kendall Dwaron. I'm not sure what the call is there. But a penalty nonetheless. Back up, Dingwell. Gets it right back up top. Dingwell, shot from the point, and blocker save there. As Feltham got a piece of it. Right back down, low out in front on the doorstep. Couldn't get a stick on that one. On the doorstep was McNeil. McNeil back up top for Dingwell. Dingwell passes that one across. From the hashes, throws that one in front, and a great save by Feltham. Keeps the lead at 3, it comes loose, in behind, out in front, no one there for it, and that one gets cleared away. And a great save by Feltham. Dingwell throws that one up here for McMillan. Less than a minute to go on the power play. McMillan up for Lutley. Fires it off the board. Sanford gets a piece of it. Swinging that one around up to the line. Held in. They're going to work it back. Walks in, takes a shot. Feltham makes another save. Off the boards, and that one's out. And you know the old saying, your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer, and Feltham has certainly been that on this penalty kill. Little backhand out in front, a shorthanded opportunity. As Murray gets it, knocked off it there, back the other way. Here's Kearney, she's in alone. Kearney, stopped by Crozier. Hallie Murray. That one swung around here for Cohen. Cohen fires that one wide. Murray gets that one. Time expires on the penalty. Drops it off. Out in front, works it in. Takes a shot there. Rebound is loose, and Allman couldn't collect that one. Back the other way, stick in the hands there of McMillan. Not going to get the call. That one's up here for Hartnell. Hartnell gets that one out in front. It's loose and couldn't corral it. Passes that one up ahead. Here's Chason. Trying to work that one through. Here's Dingwell. Passes across. Takes a shot there, stopped by Feltham. PEI gaining some momentum now. Walks in, pass across. Dingwell takes a shot, bobbles that one. Rebound in front, and Feltham gloves it down and makes the save. One back, Gabriel. Swings that one around. McIntyre. Passes that one ahead, back the other way. Tries to chip that one up. That one's going to come right back. Dingwell. So Nova Scotia controlled that first part of the game, but now PEI looking to build off a couple of big shifts there. A little bit of downward momentum. Trying to get that one there is Feltham down alongside of the net. That one spits in behind, and the net comes off. With 7:15 to go. Still looking to crack the scoreboard there. They were getting outshot by double digits at one point, but now the shots pulling back closer to even, 23-17. And PEI in this last sequence has done everything but put one into the back of the net. Vickers plays that one around. That's up for Jaylee McKinnon. Here's Mossy. McDougall passes that one ahead. That one's going to go the distance, and that one will be an icing. And the PEI bench didn't like that one. But they're not going to get that one back. Plays it across. Here's Vickers. Up top, Vickers. Works it back. Dweron working it down low. Nova Scotia trying to snatch some of that momentum back. Taken back the other way. Here's Mossy. Going to skate that one ahead. She's got McNeil with her. McNeil up for Mossy out into open ice. No one there for it. Back the other way. Here comes Haley Rose McLean. Passes that one ahead for Dweron. Couldn't find a lane through. McNeil passed ahead, springs a target there, and a big hit in open ice and a penalty on the way. Stopped a scoring chance, a roughing call with 6:10 to go in the period. Stopped a scoring chance, but Sanford will sit for 2 minutes. So PEI really building up some of that momentum. 6:10 to go. Another chance with the advantage to get on the board. Here's Dingwell. Top of the circle, back for Dingwell. Gets it right back. Here's Mossy. Mossy, shot from the point, kicked away. Fires that off the boards. That one goes all the way down. Here's Cohen. Fires that one wide. Tries to get a shot off there. Rebound in front. That one's going to be kicked away. Face off here to the left. Swings that one up the wall. McIntyre couldn't hold the line, and now a break. Here comes McLean. Allison McLean is in, shoots just wide. A chance there to extend the lead. Fitzpatrick takes it. Back the other way here, still on the power play. Works it up over the line. Fitzpatrick trying to drop that one on. Taking a swipe at that one. Nova Scotia comes away with it, and they'll get that one out as they get it to the line. A stretch pass here. Throws that one all the way up. Passes that one ahead. Here's Cohen. Tries to play it up. Fitzpatrick. Works it through the neutral ice. Over the line. Takes a shot. That one's going to be steered aside. Picks it up. Here's Almond. Passes ahead. Works it through. Drops it off, and that one will come away now. Passes it up, hits the skate of Cohen. And Allman gets up to the line. Doesn't quite enter the zone, but a quick whistle calls that one offside. It's one back. Here's Vickers. Swings that one right back in. Here's Larkin. Works it down across, just out of the reach here. Allman breaks that one up, centers that one in front. Stopped, rebound in front, it's loose, a backhand, and another great save by Crozier. Highlight reel saves all around as Felton will track that one through from the neutral zone, and oh my goodness. Just save after save. Both ends of the ice, shots 26-19. It was 18-4 at the end of the first period. So it's been 15-8 in favor of PEI this period. They swung the momentum a little in their favor. Still need to put one in the back of the net. Smith gets that one in front, steered aside by Feltham. Works it over the line. Walks in, tries to get a shot off there. Gets that one taken away. Over the blue line. Walks in, takes a shot there. Crozier will cover that one up as they fan on it. 2:28 to go until the second intermission. One back, here's Cohen. Shot through traffic, she scores! Avery Cohen roofs one on Crozier through traffic, and it's 4-0 Nova Scotia. And one thing that's so hard for goalies is tracking through the traffic off a face-off. You have all sorts of pile-up right in front of you. And for Crozier, she had to peek one way or the other, and unfortunately peeked out to her right, which left that opening in the top part of the net. And Avery Cohen makes it 4-0. Well, that one's going to be blown down for an offside at the line here. 2:11 to go. Here's McKinnon trying to bust through. Couldn't win the battle there. And Dwaron on the doorstep trying to poke that one free. Caden's player trying to move that one ahead. Passes up. That one's going to come right back down. Here's Gabriel. Passes ahead. Works it in over the line. Gabriel takes a shot. 90 seconds to go here in period number 2. Lutley turns that one over. Clean gives that one up for Eisner. Eisner back up to the point. McIntyre trying to find Eisner there. Eisner sends it down low. Out in front, here she is. Little backhand there for Crozier, who stops that one up. Less than a minute to go now. Off the boards, little backhand. Back up top, takes a shot from the point, and Feltham will stop that one. Dingwell, shot redirected out in front. It's loose, a backhand. Feltham gets the pad down, a rebound, and another big save. Back up top, tic-tac-toe, and Felton will track that one through, make the stop with 13.3 to go. And a face-off will come out to her left as they look to escape this period up 4-0. It was PEI with all sorts of pressure all period. Turning on the Jets here. But not able to bury one as that one's off the boards. Dingwell. That one's poked free. Less than 10 seconds to go. Opportunity in alone, firing that one over the net. And time will run out here. So end of the second period. PEI closes the gaps in shots. They got their opportunities, did everything but put one in the back of the net, and they trail 4-0 at the end of the second period. We'll be right back for period number 3 here from the RBC Center in Dartmouth. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 3. You're ready to get underway here from the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup. You're listening to High Button Sports. And we're ready to get rocking and rolling here as that one is picked up here as PEI will send that one down. Picked up by Nova Scotia, flipping that one ahead. That one's going to come all the way back. Mossy giving that one chase. Back in behind the goal. Top fires it off the boards. That's Cohen sending that one in deep. Passes it up to the line. That one's taken away. Spinning, shooting, and stopped by Crozier. And she'll glove that one down here. 53 seconds into the period. So final game of the evening here. First thing tomorrow morning. 9:45 start time. And 12 p.m. game, of course, then a break of 5:45 and 8 o'clock. So lots of action, and of course, Championship Sunday. First game goes at 10:15 and then 12:45. So lots of action coming your way this weekend. McIntyre has it behind the net, passes that one up. Works it in, down low. Firing that one just wide. Picked up, here's Player looking to center it. Takes it in behind. Dingwell back up top, fires that one on. And Feltham will glove it down and cover it with 18:12 to go. So time slowly ticking away for Team PEI. They had a little burst in the second period. They came close a few times, couldn't capitalize, and ultimately Nova Scotia finds themselves up by 4. It was Newfoundland who took the opening game earlier this afternoon. Works it in over the line, sends that one back in, and that one's out of play. So face off just outside the line. Face off one back here by Nova Scotia. Plays that one ahead. Here's McLean. Walks in, shoots, firing that one wide. McKinnon on the doorstep. Thought about pulling the trigger there. That one's off the wall. Back up top. Works it back in. Drops it off to Waron. That one comes free. McInnes will play that one. Picked up. McLean shoots. Blocked. And that one will get steered away. Picked up. Walks in. Shoots. That one comes free. Here, takes a shot there and couldn't get any mustard on that, so that goes into the corner. Steered aside, McIntyre. Walks it in, fires it away, and that's a blocker stop. Swings it around, there's McInnes. Passes it up for Ashlyn Kearney. Off the boards, and that one's going to come all the way back. PEI collects off the boards. Gets it right back over the blue line. Walking in, Takes a shot there. That one's going to be steered aside. Looking to center that one. That one comes free. Fires it right on. That hits a skate and will go wide. Back in behind the net. Passes up. Driscoll sends that one down low. Here's McDougall. Charlie McDougall passes that one up, and that one's redirected out of the zone. Passed up. Icing waved off. They're going to give that one chase. Out in deep, in behind the net. Works it down. Avery Cohen. Passes up. Hartnell. Fires that one around. Picked up Dingwell. Gabriel gives it for Hartnell. Hartnell trying to bust on through, gets that one poked off her stick. Gabriel sends that one down low. Here's Dingwell. Passes that one ahead. That one's going to be redirected down. McIntyre. Skating that one up ice. Here's Robertson. Robertson walks it in over the line, trying to pull the trigger there. Dropped off. Out in front on the doorstep. Couldn't get a stick on that one as Lexi McIntyre was knocking on the door. It's picked up by McNeil. Pass right back across. McIntyre. Fires that one off the boards. That one will go down the distance. That'll be an icing here. 14:33 to go. Slowly ticking away here on PEI. Fires that one around. Here's Player. Player works it in, passes it over the blue line. Works it up. Tries to get a shot off there. Picks it up. McNeil in the middle. Shoots! Stopped by Feltham and battling for it. Comes free at the side of the goal and steering that one aside. Works it down. That one's going to hit a stick there, and that one comes all the way back. Here's Fitzpatrick. Across for McIntyre. Up for Lutley. Lutley works it down low. Picked up by Sanford. Sanford's going to skate with it. Over the blue line. Walks in and almost a collision in open ice there. That one comes back the other way. Here comes Smith. Over the blue line. Works it down low. Smith cuts out in front. Rebound gets her own there. And Feltham stands tall and shuts the door. Back the other way, over the line, drops it in, and can't quite get a shot off there. Here's Smith. Here's Mossy now, will skate with it. Mossy works it back, passed across there, and here's McLean. Dropping that off, passed ahead. Here's McInnes. Works it over the line. That one hits a body. McIntyre now. Over center now, over the blue line, trying to work it through. McIntyre trying to cut on in. No one there for it as Chason throws that one down. Now back the other way. Here's Reardon waiting for reinforcements. Reardon walks in, takes a shot. Feltham hops on that one as that rebound came squirting out. Making the save up high. Throws that one out in front, and that one misses on the right side there. Back out into the slot, taking it away. Dingwell tries to get a shot off there, and Felton will hop all over that. Works it down low. Trying to swing that one back up was McInnes. Gets that up, less than 12 to go. Down in behind the net. That one's collected. Gets it up to the line and we'll fire that one back in. Off the boards. Dingwell. Lutley trying to get a forecheck going there, but Nova Scotia gets it right back. They're going to skate that one over center, now over the blue line. Lutley has it on the wall here. Taken away, drops it off. Top of the circle, takes a shot. That one's blocked. Albin tried to tee one up there, didn't get to it in time. Flutters one on, and that one's steered aside by Crozier. Pokes that one ahead. Here's Sanford. Sanford skating with it now along the side. That one's off the boards here. Lutley passes that one up. Sanford tries to work it through. Poked away. Here comes McIntyre threatening in transition. McIntyre shoots. Rebound on the doorstep. Kicked aside. A rebound is loose there, and that one gets sent just wide. Here's McLean. Skating with it. Passes that one up. Here's Fitzpatrick. Swings that one around the boards. Fitzpatrick. Passes it ahead for Smith. McLean. Tries to center that one. Here's Smith. Fires it around. Smith, Gabriel fires it off the boards. Gives that one back. Takes a shot there, and Crozier will track that one and glove it down. So face-off out to the left here of Crozier. Gabriel walks in, shoots, a blocker saved by Crozier. Gabriel sends that one down low. Pokes it ahead, here's Chason. Back up to the point, swings it back. McIntyre trying to work it through, trying to poke it ahead. Back the other way now, a foot race, trying to get some separation, and she just fires that one right into the glove of Feltham. 9:13 to go. Face off here to the right. Back up top. Takes a shot there. That one's going to be steered aside. Works it up, tries to skate it ahead, out into the slot there, and that one comes away. Passes up, McLean. Turns that one over. Here's McKinnon. Walking in, tries to get a shot off there. Takes a shot there off the side of the goal. Back up top, McInnes will play it across. Finds the seam there, but can't find the tape. Dueron, back up top, takes a shot, redirected in front, and that one gets poked away. Now a penalty, or rather just a high stick. No penalty on the play there. .8:13 to go. That one's going to be blown down. That one's covered up by Crozier. We'll have a do-over out to the right. There's Player. Works it in, takes a shot, steered aside. Back up top, shot right on, and that's going to hit a stick on the way through. Up for Driscoll. Driscoll cutting to the outside, in behind the net. Drops that one off. Looking to center that one out in front. That one comes away. PEI will skate with it. Dingwell tries to backhand center that one out in front. Passes it up. Fires that one around, but that's going to be an icing. Didn't quite get up to the line. So that line will have to stay out there. Picking that one up in behind the net. Swinging it back up top. Off the wall. Less than 7 minutes to go. McIntyre, top of the circle, walks in, takes a shot, and swallowing that one up was Feltham. Nothing doing there for PEI, sniffing around for a rebound, so shots almost dead even after 18-4 were the shots for Nova Scotia to start it. Since then, the shots have been 34-18, rather 30-18 in favor of PEI. So they've controlled the pace since period number 1. They haven't been able to get anything in the way of offense. As McIntyre skates that up to the line, over the blue line, trying to work it in. Takes a swipe there, and that one's going to be poked free and covered up. Picked up by Gabriel. In behind the net. Off the back wall for McIntyre. Sends it off the boards, Almond. Chips it up. That one's going to be intercepted there as it gets knocked down there by McInnes. Battle ensues along the wall. Oh, backhand there by Chason. It's taken away, a little backhand there. In behind the net, looking for a lane to wrap it around. Back up top for Mossy, and that one hops off her stick, and she'll have to double back. Mossy off the wall. Almost gets the outlet right back in the other way now as Nova Scotia trying to threaten here, but that one gets poked off the stick. McInnes will fire that one in. Passes ahead. Here's McPhee. Walks in, shoots, just misses high. Gets that one up to the line. Just out over. That's going to be held and retained here by PEI. Works it back. Here's Dingwell. Dingwell drops it back. Back into their own zone. Passed ahead. Here's Player. Dingwell rings it around. There's McLean out in front. McCormick redirected in front. A backhand there, just missed. Couldn't get any elevation on that. Comes right back out in front. Up top for McInnes. Takes a shot, and that one's going to be stopped by Crozier as she tracks that one through the traffic. McInnes sends that one down. Swings it back around. Collected, passed up here for McInnes. McInnes takes a shot there, and that one hits Lutley and goes way wide. Passes up. Here's Smith. Works it over the line. Smith busts on through. A backhand on the doorstep there. Couldn't find a lane in. McIntyre leans into one there, and that one's blocked. McLean. Up to the line, there's McIntyre. Back for Baker. Up, and that one's redirected, so it doesn't go down the distance. And now a foot race and a little bit of confusion there at the Nova Scotia bench in the midst of a change. That one goes all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing. 2:47 remaining. Offensive zone draw here for PEI. Here's Sanford. Passes ahead. Here's McLean. Works it down low. Cohen. Passes up. Played across. Haley Rose McLean opened up the scoring and trying to find another one there as that one's picked up. And Chason back the other way. Comes Clara Chason and gets that one stolen away here by Dueron. Sanford will play that one off the wall. That one comes right back and chipped ahead. Here's McLean. Looking to work it in. McLean takes a shot that hits a stick and goes over the net. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Nova Scotia got out to an early lead. They tacked onto it. PEI poured on the pressure. They came close to fighting their way back into the game. A lot closer than the score tells. Passes up, fires that one off the boards. Down comes Driscoll. Battling for it in behind the net. Driscoll spins and shoots, and that one's gloved down. And will be covered up with 1:13 to go. As Team Nova Scotia will waltz to a Game 1 victory. Didn't come easy, though. A lot of tricky moments. But the game could have gotten a little out of hand. They weathered the storm. They found a way to Keep PEI at an arm's length distance as we enter the last minute here. Passed up off the wall. That one goes down the distance, and that one will be just not an icing as McInnes gets back, swinging that one back around. Here's Mossy. Picks it up, walks in, takes a shot, and that one's going to be stopped. 34 seconds remaining. We'll have player of the game coming up as well. But 36 saves for Eleanor Feltham, and as we mentioned, a stellar record and stat line in the regular season. 1.74 goals against. And a 943 save percentage on the doorstep there, and one squeaks through. And PEI finally gets on the board. It's 4-1. Dawson Smith, just a workers-like goal. Just digging away and just squeaked through and snapping the shutout bid with 27.5 seconds to go. Passed up, Baker chasing that one in. Looking to generate something else. Passes that one across. Comes up for Mossy. Mossy from the top of the circle. Plays it across there for Dingwell. Dingwell takes a shot that hits a body. There's Robertson. Chips it up, and that one goes all the way down, and that will do it. So Team Nova Scotia comes out on top with a 4-1 victory. They scored early and often. And they start their Atlantic Challenge Cup off 1-0. Stick with us here. We'll have player of the game before we send you on your merry way for the evening. (38-37) was the final shot total. So after Nova Scotia came out of the gates flying, PEI stemmed the tide and built some momentum that they hope will carry them through the rest of this tournament. Stick with us for player of the game. Dawson Smith had the lone goal for PEI, player of the game. Eleanor Feltham with player of the game. Had a shutout bid going into the last minute. 36 saves on 37 shots. Thanks for tuning in today. More Atlantic Challenge Cup coverage coming tomorrow. You're listening to High Button Sports. I'm Sean Crocker signing off for the evening. We'll be right back first thing in the morning for more action.